you, Christine. Wow, thank you. Right, they'll get that really extremely warm and gracious welcome today. Just now, zooming in from Ukraine, please welcome Olexsandra.
Olexsandra, Olexsandra, Olexsandra.
Hello, everyone. The thing is that we are right now in a shelter for internally displaced people in the central in a city in the central Ukraine. We have fled Kharkiv because for 10 days, for me personally, for less than 10 days, my city has been bombed, and every day I have woken up from bombs and shelling, and like pretty much every 2 hours I heard shelling and explosions. And several cities of Ukraine are on the verge of humanitarian catastrophe right now. And my city, Kharkiv, there are 2 cities in Ukraine that have been shelled the most, Kyiv and Kharkiv. Kharkiv is my city, and historically it is the first Soviet capital of Ukraine. So I guess they want to capture Ukraine by destroying the capitals, which doesn't make sense, but you know. Putin is crazy, so I mean, what gives? I still did not have, I still don't have a poem. I thought of creating a poem like from my posts on Facebook, but I guess I will kind of create it on the go. I have a kind of schematics of what the poem will be, but sorry if it goes. I mean, I will just create it on the go. So I am Kharkiv. I am Volnovakha. I am the blocked Mariupol on the verge of humanitarian catastrophe. I am the completely destroyed city of Shasta that is translated as happiness, where people have to sit in the bomb shelters because nothing else is preserved, and the Russian troops are not getting them out. I am Ukraine. I am a fighter. I am a refugee in my own country. What's in the mind of Russians? 9 years ago, I was in Strasbourg. 7 years ago, I was in Dublin, Ireland. Today, I'm in a refugee center, internally displaced people center, in a city that I cannot even publicly disclose for the safety of too many families who are fleeing for their safety. Ukrainian IT company has left the market of Russia and Belarus forever. We should have done it 8 years ago. We should have done it 31 years ago. A lot of my friends are switching from Russian to Ukrainian. We should have done that 31 years ago so that no one comes to protect us. I am the gasoline that NATO sent us instead of closing the sky, apparently so that we can burn the Budapest Memorandum. We have seen the real face of Russians again. They negotiated green corridors and started shelling from the heavy weaponry. Evacuation is cancelled. I wish you survival, health, and the close sky above you. So that's what I get on the go.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I never noticed your message. You weren't quite ready for night. Sorry, but
No, I did try that.
yes, I know. I just noticed juggling stuff, but you can see by the comments we are all back in you.
Yeah. Everyone on mute so we can all applaud Olexsandra.
Yeah, just
Well done, Olexsandra.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Very good.
Well
Loved it.
Well done.
A lot. Thank you for sharing with us.
Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you, my friend, and stay safe
Yeah.
and stay in touch.
I'll
Thank you.
try.
Thank you. Yes, just be your
Oh,
best.
by the way, here are, so that you understand, kind of, here is a refugee cat, and here is another refugee cat.
Oh.
Yeah, looking at you like, you know, close the sky, international community, we're being bombed right now. And the NATO is sending us gasoline instead of closing the sky.
Yes.
So right now, the situation is as follows. I have fled. We just have, like, for an hour we heard siren, even though I have fled to safety, but I still have to hide from sirens. And for 4 days, or rather my cousin, who is now in Kyiv, cannot reach her aunts, or my aunt, who's her mother, of course, in Mariupol. That is actually a Greek city, a city that I was born in. We cannot reach her. We have no idea. It's not only about her, it's about any person in Mariupol, a city where I was born, a city near the Azov Sea, a city where my grandfather and grandmother lived. It's on the verge of humanitarian catastrophe because there was no electricity, no internet, no mobile connection for 4 days, no water, no food, and no humanitarian convoys are let into Mariupol. And I mean, I'm extremely worried for my aunt. I have no idea. And today and yesterday, there were like the Red Cross has organized two humanitarian, the green, what's the word, the green corridors, so that the civilians could leave. And then they, of course, have shelled these corridors. Like, of course, I mean, no one who have checked the situation during the 8 years. We don't have war for 10 days. We have war for 8 years.
Yes.
But a lot of people in Kyiv and Kharkiv and so on just didn't feel the war because it was not war that was happening in their cities. But I have relatives in Luhansk and Donetsk, and war was always life for us. Yeah, so I guess I will read just another, like, pretty much any poem that I have written. Finn probably have heard one of them. I will try to find something very quick because I have not been into poetry lately, let's put it like that. Okay, so this is one, I don't have it translated. It's in Ukrainian. I wrote it for the day of, I don't actually have the date even. Okay, so I will they are not translated. I mean, I kind of am sorry, but I will just read them in Ukrainian, I guess. So it's a poem that has been written about the feeling of being kind of an outcast in your own city, because Kharkiv was always kind of the Russian-speaking city, and being a Ukrainian speaker in Kharkiv felt like, you know, you're a part of the linguistic minority in your own country. So it was the 30th anniversary, the 30th Independence Day of Ukraine. And I wrote this poem, and I have presented it to on a volunteer concert on the Constitution Square. The Constitution Square has been shelled 2 or 3 days ago, and two of the refugees that are hiding now in this center have like a bomb has hit a civilian building when they were shelling the Constitution Square, and this civilian building is like completely destroyed. And these 2 girls, like they don't have not only them, but like dozens of families don't have anywhere to live anymore. And it was like the full center of the city, the historic center. So this is a poem that I have written, and it was presented like 9 months ago, I think, on the Constitution Square, that I guess does not exist anymore. I don't know. На 30-му році незалежності, на 7-му році війни приховуємо свою ідентичність, сором'язливо зіщулюємось, не дай Боже викликати агресію, не дай Боже викликати дискомфорт своєю яскравістю, своїм буттям. Ми продовжуємо мімікрувати, ми змінюємо кольори, радісно переходимо на рідну з тими, хто показав себе своїм, оглядаючись по сторонах, не дай Боже, щоб не помітили, радісно розцвітаємо, коли несподівано знаходимо того, хто розмовляє нашими поняттями, нашими ідеями, нашими цінностями, обнімаючи наше життя, даючи сенс, даючи можливість розвиватися, розправляти плечі, бути по-справжньому з тобою. На День міста, в якому виник перший у цій частині України університет міста, яке містило в собі центр української літератури, театру і культури загалом, ми бачимо на сцені російськомовну театральну постановку, присвячену Другій світовій війні, і найбільша площа в Європі вибухає гучними оплесками. У виступі Харків опера ми чуємо «Слава Україні» і після того чомусь англійською «We are the champions». Чи буде колись моє місто повністю українським, чи доживу я до цього, і чи можливо змінити це нашими силами? I'll try to translate it quickly to English. Of course, it will not be an ideal translation, but at least you will understand it. Give me several seconds. I mean, of course, some of these things are, some of the things have changed, or some of the places that I mentioned don't exist anymore. On the 30th anniversary of independence, in the 7th year of war, we hide our identity and shy away. God forbid cause aggression. God forbid cause discomfort. Its brightness, our being, we continue to mimic, we change colors, happily moving to home with those who have shown themselves as a part of our tribe, looking around. God forbid they don't notice. We joyfully flourish when we suddenly find someone that speaks our notions, our ideas, our values, embracing our lives, giving meaning, giving the opportunity to open, to straighten our shoulders, to be truly ourselves. On the day of the city in which the first in this part of Ukraine university has risen, the city which contained the center of Ukrainian literature, theater, and culture in general. We see on the stage Russian-speaking theatrical production dedicated to World War II, and the largest area and the largest square in Europe explodes with loud applause. Outside Common, this largest square in Europe has, 9 months after that, has exploded by an explosion, and it does not exist anymore. Because apparently, I mean, the square was called the Independence Square, and Russia doesn't want Ukraine's independence. So now they have bombed the biggest square in Europe for that. Going on with the poem, in the speech of Kharkiv Opera, we hear glory to Ukraine, and after that, for some reason, in English, we are the champions. Will my city ever be completely Ukrainian? Will I live to see it? And is it possible to change the situation just by our power? Thank you.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everyone, unmute.
Well done.
That.
Thank you so much.
Well done,
Incredible. Thank you.
Alexsandra.
Anyone
Done.
needs
Well
the
done.
floor, you, Alexsandra.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you've got a lot more prioritizing things in your mind and life just now, Alexandra, but so proud of you and so proud of you to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me as well, and thank you for dedicating this blot to our country.
My
And
pleasure.
having the flag,
Stay safe, Alexander.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
doing what I can.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend.